all right. Looks like we are live on all platforms. What is good, everyone? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the PlayerEssence live stream, but more importantly, the Spawncast pre-show. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. We are going to have a great show. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys about video games after we were on last week, but I had an engagement, had a little thing that I had to do, so I wasn't able to do the show. But today, we got the full gambit. We've got Spawncast pre-show in addition to the actual Spawncast show. So that should be a lot of fun. A lot of different topics, a lot of different things to get into. So much stuff to talk about. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the new Switch 2 stuff. They're gonna be talking about it on the Spawncast tonight. So all the topics today are gonna be stuff that's also gonna be on the Spawncast for the most part. So they're gonna be talking about new Switch 2 rumors with some of the stuff. So I'm talking about it here. All right, let's see here. Let's get into the shoutouts. Let's see here. Let's get into the shoutouts. My man Dior is here as well. What's up, Dior? Renna Habag. What's up, Renna? How you doing today, young lady? 777, Triple OG, Double OG. George FT, John Foster, J2 Blue, the 1,000 year. Yo, let's go, man. I appreciate that. So, are you gonna be called like Echoes of J2 like soon? Like that's gonna change pretty soon, right? J2 Blue. It's like Zelda's coming up, or are you gonna be called Amio of J2 or something? What's the next name gonna be? I gotta know. Well, actually, no, don't tell me. But when it happens, I'll know. Shout outs though. Big love to Casual Noob. He is here as well. What's good, Casual Noob? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, brother? All right. I think I pretty much got most of you guys here so far. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. Let them know that we are streaming. Let them know that we are live. We are locked in and ready to go. Tanisha Brown, what is good? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I want to say big love to Bad Sant once again. Maybe I'll give him another shout out once he gets here. But he did drop another 85.91 about 7 hours ago when he was watching, I guess, the replay of the last stream. So we wanted some Sonic 1 zone tracks. We're gonna get a playlist of Sonic 1 for him, and when he gets here, we can maybe play the notification and all that when he gets here, or if he gets here. If not, then we'll do it at the next one. But I want to give some big love to my man Bad Sen. Thank you for the huge dono as well when we weren't live. All right, let's see here. Thanks for asking. How's your day night going? It's going good, man. I can't complain too much, man. To be honest, like everything's all right. What's up, Ryan Roth? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Glenmore? Welcome. Sonic 1 music. All right, here we go. Shout outs, thank you so much. Gaming Manor says hello, Mr. OJ, sir. Really looking forward to see you on tonight's podcast. Don't forget to read all the lovely comments also. Yeah, exactly. Can't wait to read all those comments. They're gonna be great. Let's see here. What up, though? Hey, what up? What is good? Welcome. They have more free games on Nintendo Switch Lite. Well, I mean, for the most part, all the games are on Switch Lite that are on all the different models. So yeah, there's always a lot of free games if you're looking for free titles, like stuff on Switch. So I mean, they're there if you want them. Let's see. Movie Lady, no. Who are they hitting them to get like someone to make feel I'm gonna get in trouble? What are you talking about, Nin? Yo, what's up, Car Ramrod? Hey, welcome to the stream. Shout outs. Yo, Justin Smith Williams. What up, man? Shout outs. What is good? Yo, Car Ramrod, thank you for the Twitch Prime. 2 months on a 1 month streak. 2 months total on a 1 month streak. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that support, brother. Appreciate the Twitch Primey. Get some 2 points on the board for you. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, Sly Ride, what's up, man? It's going pretty good, bro. Can't complain. Yo, thank you so much, Carl Ramrod. Thank you for supporting. Yo, if you guys got Amazon Prime, you need somebody to use your Twitch Prime on. We on Twitch too, so I appreciate that. Shout outs to you guys. King Zygor, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Sup, OJ? I got caught wind that you had previously bought Doom and Doom 2. You eligible to download Doom and Doom 2 upgrade for free. Yeah, I've got Doom I've got Doom 2016. So I don't know if I don't know if I have the originals, but I got Doom 2016. But I'm not a big Doom fan, so. But yeah, you can download the other ones for free or something like. There's some type of promotion going on. So me's choice or Mez choice or my choice. I'm not sure how to say it. But yeah, let them know in the chat. Let them know for sure. Ian77900. What's up, man? Able to pre-order Final Fantasy Anniversary Collection. I was not able to pre-order because I didn't try. I already have the original. So I don't need to pre-order it this time. The Pixel Remaster, right? Yeah, I already have it, so there was no need for me to pre-order it again. So yeah. Shout outs though. Yo, what's up, King Z? Shout outs, man. Appreciate you. What's up, Greg? Welcome to the stream, brother. What's up, Sly Rye? I'm doing good. Like I said, I'm doing good tonight. Can't complain. You know, I was kind of tired because like yesterday just was a little bit of an eventful day. Yesterday, the day before, were just a lot of stuff going on. You know, yesterday I was driving a lot, but the past couple days, Thursday and Friday in particular, I did a lot of I did 5 hours plus of driving. I like around 6 to 7 hours total of driving between Thursday and Friday. So little bit of car lag. I don't know what you want to call it. You know, like when you drive a lot, little bit of that, you know, which causes, you know, sometimes delayed fatigue, especially when you don't drive that much, which I don't drive a lot. But outside of that, man, yeah, like that's first world problem, right? Like I'm feeling pretty good for the most part. What's the difference between Pixel Remaster and the new one coming out? There is no difference. It's the same collection. They just reprinted the same copies. That's it. It's the same thing. It's the Pixel Remaster. It's the same thing. Hey, shout outs though. Appreciate having you guys here. What is good? What is good? Yes, but please hit that like button, and it lets them know, because the more likes we get, the more notifications get sent out to people, or potential they'll show up on their home screen. A lot of people don't check their subscription feeds just because they've subscribed to so many channels and it just overloads. So they just watch what's on their, they either search for it directly or they watch whatever's on their homepage. When you hit the like button, it lets other people that are subscribed, or even just maybe random people out of nowhere, it might pop up on there, you know, for the live page and all that. So that's what I mean when I say that. So, but it's all good. Sorry for the cast. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Hey, what's up, Dark Card? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Good to see you guys here. I guess we should I think I pretty much got everybody, so I guess we should get into it. Yo, what's up, Young CA? Let's start off with the first topic. We got the new Switch rumors. So apparently, you know, there's some new Switch rumors, you know, that have came out recently. And hey, what's up, Nintendo? And the new Switch rumors say that like Switch 2 outlines an ability to be able to stream to the TV without needing the dock. And people are interested, like Switch into display gaming again. Okay, so some people might want to see dual screen gaming come back, but the biggest thing is that like there's a rumor that says that you'll be able to essentially just stream the games, kind of like the Wii U, right? Like the Wii U in a degree. I mean, I don't know how far you'd be able to go, but essentially you could just beam the game to the TV, which, I mean, the Wii U could do that, right? Like the Wii U could do it, so it's kind of like adding back a feature that was there before. But that'd be cool. I mean, I guess like you can just stream the game to the TV and not have to worry about having a dock. So if you go to somebody's house and like, oh man, we forgot the dock, or you go to the hotel, oh, we forgot the dock. All right, well, just, I don't know, maybe I don't know what you do. Maybe you plug something in. Maybe it's not that. You can just stream the game to the TV. I guess it'd have to be connected to the internet, and then it can just beam the image from the internet. So it's like streaming a game. So it's going to use the internet. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. Or if it just has some technology built in. I'm not sure what they would do. But it's kind of like a reverse Wii U, right? Where like the console beams the game to there. Now it's like the other way around. But yeah, there's that rumor. There's also some more rumors about like a bigger Switch cartridges, or like better Switch cartridges and stuff like that. So, I mean, obviously, like, you know, Nintendo's getting ready for the Switch too, so we'll see what happens with it. Shout outs to Carl Irvin Zabata. Yo, thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate that, brother. Hey, what's up, Pro Joe? Welcome. What's up, Focus on Me? What is good? Yo, what's up, Huddy? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, check out Tanisha. If you're looking for free games, just check out like best Nintendo Switch free games or all Nintendo Switch free games. Just check that out on YouTube. Just like search it and you'll see people that make lists so you can watch those videos. Or there's articles written on it too, but I don't know all the games off the top of my head. I don't really play a lot of free games. Keep it a buck, I don't. So yeah, I'm not necessarily the most knowledgeable on that. Well, let's see here. If it's streaming, I hope there's no lag or anything. Well, I mean, the thing about it is that whenever you're streaming, you're beaming an image. Like the Wii U, there was no lag because it was essentially projecting the same image at a very close distance. So it was a projection. It wasn't necessarily like streaming like Xbox streaming, right? I'm guessing in order for it to go to your TV, there'd have to be something. Yo, Rena Habag with the JoJo!
Since I missed JoJo Friday stream.
You missed JoJo Friday stream, but that doesn't mean we can't do this! It's Saturday, but that doesn't mean I can't press that one time for you. Shout outs to Ren, I appreciate you. Thank you for the big $10. I'll make a separate one just for JoJo's or something like that. I don't know. We'll do something with that. Shout outs to Rena Habag. Thank you so much, young lady. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big $10. You're on the Hokage and stream Ninja. Unless VFFVIII's here, then I will put up the big dono he did. I don't know what he wants me to do, to be honest. So I'll put you up right now, Rena. Thank you so much for the JoJo. It's not Friday, but that's okay. It's JoJo Fridays every day, whenever you want it to be. JoJo's a spirit. It's not necessarily tied down to one day or not. All right. So yeah. Nintendo not giving up on Switch U, not giving up, it's still there. But to be honest, it was the Switch was already an evolution of the Wii U, so it was just basically a better Wii U, you know. So it already evolved it. The Switch U is the Switch. So now they're really just making it like the complete form. It's like going, I think that like this form of the Switch, that's just like Cell. You know, like we got to get the perfect Cell level. This might be perfect Cell. It's going to eat the Wii U. It's going to suck it up and absorb its nutrients like the androids. And then it's going to turn into the perfect Wii U, perfect Switch. I don't know how they're going to do it, though, to be honest. I don't know what they're going to use. I mean, if it's streaming through the internet, that could potentially cause lag. If it's streaming through the internet. If it's streaming through, like, an app or something like that, I mean, who knows? It could be some type of near field, I don't know, communication, some type of NFC, crazy type of technology that they built. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but we'll see. Either way, I think it'd be a good option. Like, this is just if you don't have the dock. Like, it's a nice as an option. I don't have a problem with streaming as long as it's the option, not the main thing. Now, remember, this is not saying that there's not going to be a dock. It doesn't say that. It just says that, hey, if you don't have a dock and you want to stream to the TV, you can. You know, whereas in the past, don't got the dock, you can't really stream unless you have some type of other dock or some type of other thing to hook it up. So you also got to keep that in mind. This is like an optional thing, not necessarily like the main thing. So yeah, keep that in mind. Big love to Rena. Thank you so much for the big $10. Let's get more JoJo's on the board. 12 points. Up at 15, we'll have our extension, or we'll have an extension. But I'm gonna try to see if I can do a bonus stream for tomorrow, guys, because we hit some pretty big combo goals this week. So we're gonna try to do a bonus stream tomorrow where we talk about video games, hang out, random nonsense, and then we also play some games tomorrow. So like Splatoon or something like that, right? So if you guys want to come out, people that are members, I guess this is a good time to show. If you want to become a member and get on our game nights, we're probably gonna play tomorrow. You just got to be a member. It's only $1, and it supports the daily live stream, so your boy can have lights. Because, you know, if I don't have lights on, I mean, I could do the show without lights, but then again, I couldn't because I need power. Unless I ran this all on battery powered, but man, those would be some pretty crazy batteries, right? So it helps keep the lights on. So thank you guys for your support. I appreciate that. Saw FFVIII Rebirth sales and I clicked. What's good, OJ? What's good? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in just a bit coming up. It's basically Square Enix went over their financial briefing, and they still didn't announce the sales of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. On top of that, they also didn't. I mean, they have sales are down, obviously, like revenue and sales are down. But yeah, I mean, this part of the topics for the Spawncast, so I just included it in there. But yeah, we will discuss it. We will discuss it in full. I got the notes right here in front of me. So yeah, I'm worried about Nintendo's gonna not learn from the Wii U launch. I know I'm wrong, but can you tell me why? Thank you. I don't know what that means. Not learn from the Wii U launch. What are you talking about? Like, what was the problem? Like with the Wii U launch, you think that they're gonna have a bunch of third-party games at launch? Like what was the problem that you think so? So I don't know. I need to tell you like what's your issue first, then I can tell you why you're wrong. Let's see, how bad could FF7 Rebirth sales really be? Bad enough to where they don't want to let us know what the sales are. Bad enough to where they don't want to let us know where the sales are. So I mean that's what I'm guessing. They're that bad. Because Square Enix is always out in front when it comes to the sales numbers. But this time they're not. So this rumor Call of Duty coming out soon on Nintendo Switch. Call of Duty's not coming to the standard Nintendo Switch. So it's not a rumor, it's just people saying stuff. I don't know what's up with my NZXT thing. It's not even working anymore. So do you think they'll still make part 3? Yeah, they've already confirmed part 3's in development. So yeah. And it's a deal too. It's like a contract with Sony. So can't really get their way out of it. They gotta do it. And obviously Square Enix wants to do it. And Sony, I bet you anything Sony necessarily doesn't want to go through with it after those sales. I'm guessing they still want to go through with it. Yeah, it's a contract, so there's gonna be another game. They're gonna finish it off. I see. I think they have a disastrous launch, waiting too long to announce and reveal the Switch 2. That was not the issue with the Wii U launch waiting too long. That was not the reason why. And on top of that, yeah, it wasn't a disastrous launch. The Wii U launch was just fine. So I'm not really sure. I think you're misremembering what happened, because the Wii U launch, it actually did okay at launch, and it had a ton of third-party games and had a lot of games. So them waiting too long wasn't the issue with the Wii U. Even if it launched the year before, it still would have probably flopped. So no. I'm surprised you don't know why the Wii U didn't do well. It seems like you don't understand or don't know why the Wii U. I'm surprised, Casual Noob. You watch all my videos for the most part, and you're here all the time, and I've explained this a million times. So I'm surprised you still don't understand what makes a successful launch for a system and not. I'm surprised. Nope, not even the Wii U being underpowered was a problem. Nope, that's not even a problem. Nope. That wasn't even the issue. If that was the case, then what's it called? If that was the case, then the 3DS, the DS, the Wii, the Switch, and all the other systems that sold well would have done bad too. Bad marketing, that was part of it. But once again, they still had a decent launch. So, I'm surprised you guys don't know, man. I've documented this many times on my channel. We've discussed it many times on my channel. I'm surprised. That's okay though. If you guys want me to tell you, I will. I'll let you guys flail. I'll let some of you guys flail around for a while though before I actually tell you what happened. Let's see here. The Wii U was a hunk of junk. I don't think a replica of it would be a good idea. Nobody said that they're gonna do a replica, but I'm letting you know right now. You know the Switch is an evolution of what the Wii U was, right? They took a lot of the ideas and things that they wanted to do with the Wii U and couldn't do and just did it with the Switch. So, I don't know. How many more flops are we gonna get here? Sicilian Gamer with the $2 says Wii U did nothing wrong. It did everything correct. False. Shoutouts. Thank you for the $2. Man, you guys really don't know what was the issue, huh? So you guys really don't know. That's wild. That's okay. I'll let you guys know soon. I want to hear more bad takes on this though. Let's hear them. Yum Yum with the 20 core crystals. Thank you so much, Yum Yum. Appreciate that. Does anyone have bits there? Say this is reference to the Titanic. Hello? Any bits out there? Hello? Does anyone have any bits out there? Shoutouts. Thank you for the 20 core crystals, buddy. Appreciate that. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Dawson? Welcome. You can go over the story with the Wii U failure with people in the back. I had a little mini documentary. about the Wii U's failure. But I mean, that video wasn't really heavily watched on my channel, I'll be honest. Like, a lot of people didn't watch it, so I can understand why a lot of you guys don't necessarily know. And plus, there's a lot of other content creators that you guys probably watch that give you guys bad information on what happened, you know? So, let's see. I was not around during the Wii U time. I bought a Wii U late. Sorry, I need to challenge bad ideas. And I know you're wrong place, so sorry about that. But I thank you for your help. And I know, okay. It's all good. It's all good. I'll let you guys know in just a bit. I gotta spell some of this music, some of this Sonic music. If I listen to too much of that, I might start acting like Fidel. I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Celia? My take was correct. Wii U detractors are trying to ruin the business. Yes, sir. Thank you for that. Third-party games? No, that wasn't it either. But Nintendo already learned from the Wii U why we got. That's why we got Switch, and that's why it sold really well. Wii U didn't have good first-party launch games. That was the issue. Ding ding! I mean, Jesus Christ! How long did it take for somebody to even mention first-party games? Holy smokes! Why did it take like 3 or 4 minutes for anybody to simply mention first-party games? Holy heck, man! Come on, guys! I thought I trained you guys better than this. We got to go back to Ninja Camp, guys. The first-party games were an issue with the Wii U at launch. It was an issue at the launch, and it was an issue afterwards. No, that was the major factor. That was the big major factor. Was first-party games. First-party games was the major factor. That was the big major problem, was first-party games. Their first-party games weren't hitting. They weren't convincing people to go out there and buy the system. The first-party games weren't hitting. I'm surprised y'all didn't know this. That's crazy. Yum Yum, thank you for the 20 core crystals again. It says, OJ, I noticed that some Switch physical game collectors are now cashing out their collection. Do you or have to sell your physical copy to lean towards a digital? I don't know what that means necessarily. I know that you're saying some people, do you or have you sell your physical copy to lean towards? No, I still have all my physical copies. So no, I haven't done it. So yeah. Shout outs though. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. I mentioned software droughts. Let me see where you mentioned that, Exalted Donut. What's up? Welcome to the stream, brother. I feel like Rebirth. Yeah, Rebirth definitely sold less than 16. Yeah. If it sold more, Square Enix would have said something. So we had poor design and customer base did not understand it. That's part of it. But the biggest thing is that it's the first party games were a problem. The first party games, at least the launch, were definitely a problem. Yeah, the marketing and all that stuff, that was also a problem, but they needed big games like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at the launch of the Wii U. If the Wii U somehow, some way, let's just say that Breath of the Wild was a Wii U launch title or near Wii U launch title, it would have done considerably better. And if they had the lineup, let's just say they had the lineup of games in succession that the Switch had, but let's just say it was for the Wii U, right? Like, let's just say it had a big, it had a big game. Obviously, it had Mario Kart come out sooner. It had Splatoon. It had all these different games that came out in that succession of the Switch. It would have done considerably better. Now, would it have done 100 million? No. Would it have done maybe even 80 million? Maybe, probably not. But would it have done maybe around 30, 40, 50, 60, somewhere in that range? Absolutely. Because the start of it, in my opinion, the start was so bad that it really just caused more and more issues and it just snowballed. Let's see here. New Super Mario Bros. U was an insane launch. Yeah, very insane. Sicilian with the $2 says, Zombie U will save the business. Yes, sir. Zombie U will save the business. It will. You guys need to understand that first-party games are the lifeblood of Nintendo. Like, without first-party games, they don't have a big selling system. You need first-party games. Like, without that, and I get it. A lot of you guys don't think about that because it's so... Just like, yeah, of course, first-party games, but what about everything else? Or a lot of you guys play just third-party games or play a lot of third-party games and don't play as many first-party games. A lot of you guys just play Mario and Zelda. Let's just keep it a buck. A lot of you guys just play Mario and Zelda and like, that's what you guys, just Mario and Zelda. I just play that. But for the most part, I'm playing third-party games and indie games on my Switch or on my Nintendo platforms. A lot of you guys do not play the variety of first-party games that Nintendo has, like the whole gambit, right? A lot of you guys just play like just a few. So I think that's what leads to some of you guys thinking that it's other things, it's third party, it's this, it's that, which they all play a factor, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, You need to get the actual core Nintendo fans to get excited about it. The guys who do like Mario, Zelda, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, blah, 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 Splatoon, whatever the case is, right? Super Smash Brothers, all that stuff. You got to get them excited to buy the system because that's the fan base, right? Those are the people that are going to buy the system. So yeah. Let's see. Did the Wii U have a launch game that was like Breath of the Wild? Nope, not even close. Didn't know basically only listen to the internet and release Western third party? Yeah, they did, and that was a huge mistake to sit there and facilitate so much Western third party. And that's why they should never listen to the internet. That's why Nintendo never listened to the internet ever again when it came to they listen to the internet sometimes, but to me that was a big mistake. They really focused on just getting a bunch of Western third party games because the internet complained about the Wii not having big Western third party games. That was a big mistake. They left the launch up to Western third party with, what was it? Nintendo Land and New Super Mario Bros. U. That was not a good idea. But then again, they were also struggling themselves with HD development, so it's not like they had all their games ready to go and at launch anyway. So it was kind of like, okay, we're gonna just fall into this circumstance. Big love to Yum Yum though. Thank you for the 40 core crystals total, brother. Appreciate that. The situation with Mass Effect 3 and Nintendo, they didn't really screw them with Mass Effect 3. The Mass Effect 3 launched on the Wii U. So that nothing happened there. It was after that. I think maybe you're talking about Crisis, where the game was complete and then they canceled it. But Mass Effect 3 actually came out on the system, and it's an okay version of the game. So they didn't really screw them with Mass Effect 3. That wasn't the issue. The issue was that rumoredly, EA wanted to run Nintendo's online, have like a bigger, hand in running that. Nintendo said no, and they got mad at that. But Crisis 3, that was the game where they had done, and they just canceled it. And they just canceled everything else that they had planned for it. So yeah, that was it. Not Mass Effect 3. So yeah. See, HD development killed them. Hopefully Switch 2 development isn't a repeat of those struggles. I don't know why it would be a repeat. It's still just HD development. It's not anything more than just HD development. So there isn't anything that's changing too much. They're going to be using NVIDIA architecture. They're going to be using the same stuff that they used before, just better. So I don't really think going from SD to HD is a completely different thing from going from HD to HD. So there really isn't that much. There's not going to be that much of a difference. Now, yes, games are going to take a little bit longer, going to get more complex, things like that. But I don't really think it's going to be the shift from going from SD to HD because, once again, they've been making SD games for decades, whereas this is just, it's still HD. It's just more complex. It's just bigger hardware, more powerful hardware within the same infrastructure of what they already do. So I don't really think it's going to be like the same thing. Yeah, development time will take longer because the games are more complex, not because they don't know how to do this. And my boy is crying about something. So that's different. Taking a little bit longer, that's very different from we don't know what we're doing as much, and this is completely different. In terms of logic, architecture, what we're doing, that's a completely different thing. Like going from SD to HD, and then going from HD to a little bit more complex games because now we have, we're going to try to do better graphics and all that. Completely different thing. That doesn't mean that they don't know what they're doing or they're going to have struggles. That's a completely different thing. They're just saying, hey, we got to take a little bit longer to make our game. Still going to be tough, but we're taking a little bit longer. Those are not the same thing, not the same thing at all. Because development is tough regardless. But yeah, if they're going to be making more complex games, that doesn't mean they're going to be struggling like they struggled adapting from HD or from SD to HD. That's a completely different thing. And objectively logic, looking at the launch of the Switch 2 should be assuming that it's going to be a significant success. Nintendo's business strategy firmly under control at this point. I mean, there's always the risk that it's not. But based off of like what we know, it seems like it's going to be iterative. And if you look at Nintendo's past systems, I mean, that are, or at least like, let's just say handhelds, they've had some pretty good successes in a row, right? So I think if you're looking at it in that sense, then yeah, you should look at it as probably going to be a decent success, all things considered. If you're going based off of the Switch, right? If you're going based off their strategy and business plan, it'd be tough to try to revert back to Wii U and say they're going to follow what they did with the Wii U. Why? There's no evidence or anything that says that they will or would at this point. Now, if there was some, then I'd be like, oh, now they're doing the same thing, right? Like we don't have any of that right now. So you have to just right now and assume that it's really gonna be what they've done with the Switch and not really anything to do with the Wii U. So, Sleazy with the subscription. Thank you so much, Sleazy. I appreciate that. Do I think GTA 6 will run on Switch 2? If Rockstar wants to put GTA 6 on Switch 2, they will. If they don't, then they won't. Plain and simple. Rockstar could get GTA if they wanted GTA 6 to run on a freaking PS4. They can probably do it if they really wanted to. If they really, really wanted to, they could probably do it. Let's see. How long do you think Nintendo will stop making games for the Switch post-launch? I'm not really sure. We'll see. Maybe a couple years, maybe a few years, depends. I have no idea. CERN says starting a new Switch, a new rumor. Switch 2 will have a 4090 NVIDIA graphics card. Yeah, I doubt it will. What's up, Cordy Puddle? Focus on Black Ops 2, Madden, FIFA, and 2K. Big mistake from Nintendo to rely on third-party sloppy ports and multiple delays from them. Yep, big mistake. What's up, LG in chat? Third-party support did dry up. Also, it's marketed terribly. A lot of that. Yeah, but the thing about third-party support drying up, it wouldn't have mattered if they actually had first-party games that people gave a damn about. Avalon. Third-party support dried up on the 3DS. It still sold decently because they had great first-party games, and they did have third-party games that were good, but it's not like they were getting the top of the top third-party games from developers. 3DS still succeeded, right? Oh, Wii good third-party support dried up as well. That was still a successful system. So if you have big first-party games, it's like you can't blame third-party support drying up when your first-party games aren't hitting and you're not selling the system. Because if you sell the system with first-party games, then the third-party games will come. It's not the other way around. It's sell the first-party games, get people to buy the system, then third-party games come. So the third-party support drying up was because the first party was weak at the beginning and it took too long. That was the reason. So it's a cause and effect. Just like look at the Nintendo Switch. How was the third-party support at launch? Terrible, right? Not very good. Nobody believed in it. Nobody was making any games for it. They kept on selling games, and all of a sudden you start to see more third-party developers put some smaller ports, put some other things, but then more developers kept on putting more and more games on there, and it's still to this point getting new games coming out for it, right? Not the best third-party support, not like it's got everything like PlayStation, but the sales dictated the third-party support because developers see, oh wow, there's a big install base. The games are selling. Let's put our game on there. So we can't sit here and blame third parties for it drying up on Wii U when the problem was the first party games not selling the system and Nintendo not selling it in the first place. So it's a cause and effect, man. Just very similar to like the Xbox right now. Why does Xbox not get certain games from Japanese developers? It's obviously powerful enough to get those certain games. It's a cause and effect. The system's not selling and the games aren't selling on there. So that's the reason why it doesn't get certain games, because the games aren't selling and because the system isn't selling great. I guarantee you though, if Xbox had this massive install base, huge install base, right? I bet you anything you'd probably see some of those games, but it doesn't have the install base and it doesn't have the sales, of the sales of Nintendo or the sales of PlayStation right now. So that's the reason why some developers just skip it, Hey, what's up, Bad Scent? Okay, hey, shout out to Bad Scent, you're here. I was waiting for you to get here. I want to say big love to Bad Scent. I think I can replay that notification. Let me see if I can for you. Bad Scent dropped an 85 dono, and I think I can. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Sage mode awakened. Yo, shout outs to my man Bad Scent.
That show was JoJo-tastic. Let's have another great super stream today.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for one of the best streams the ninjas are going to work, and most of all, thanks a lot for being one of the best news streamers out there. Music requests Sonic 1 Zone tracks.
Yeah, we've been playing some Sonic 1. I got the playlist for you again, so I'm going to skip this one though. I hate that song. Go to Emerald Hill. Shout outs to my man Bad Scent. Thank you so much for your support, brother. You are now the Hokage Street Ninja. Hey, let's go, man. Thank you for the 85. What a huge dono, bro. Seriously, man. Thank you so much for the support. 101. That's crazy. Bad Scent carrying the streams on his back the last couple days. Let's go. Shout outs to the 101. 101. You guys know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for that overclock, baby. Yes, sir.
Overclock Buster!
It's actually the max, but once again, we got the Spawncast tonight, so I can't go to the max, but we got a bonus stream for you guys tomorrow. We can add on time there, so we out here tonight. Shout out to my man FFVII. Let's put you up as a stream in the stream Okage as well. I know I was pointing out third-party support dried up in conjunction with what you said about first party not being on part of the previous system. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just want to make sure that I'm very clear about that, because a lot of people like to blame third-party developers, you know, and it's really not their fault. It's not their fault that the Wii U flopped. It's Nintendo's fault that the Wii U flopped, you know? And Nintendo has to sell their system. Stop relying on third-party developers to get the job done. You know, you can rely on them as long as you rely on yourself first. It's like a leader with no confidence, but trying to extract work out of other people. Have you guys ever worked for a bad boss who's not confident in themselves, doesn't know what they're talking about, doesn't know what they're doing half the time, is late, maybe can't do things? I'm not saying Nintendo knew it was like that exactly, but the problem is that when you don't have strong support with your own first party that's consistent and there from the very beginning and going forward, it's going to be hard to elicit the type of response that you want from not only the people out there, but also the people that you work with too, right? So that was the biggest issue. You got to have those big first party games. I don't care what anybody says. There's going to be a lot of weird third party dudes, a lot of weird Xbox and PlayStation fans that are going to make up a bunch of stuff. Oh, it needs Elden Ring for it to be. You're going to see a lot of stupid nonsense from these guys. The same guys who said the same stuff last time because they're going off the freaking Wii U. So, I mean, don't listen to them. Listen to me. Don't listen to them. Listen to me. Those games are definitely good, and obviously they would help the system in the long run. The Switch was helped by a lot of cool third-party games, but at the end of the day, people bought the Switch because of Breath of the Wild, because of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because of Splatoon, because of Xeno, because of Fire Emblem, because of Big 3D Mario, because of that. Like, those are the reasons why, and the third-party stuff just facilitates, you know? So yeah, just be careful. There's gonna be those guys, you know. Shout outs to FFVII. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. FFVII, my man with the 85. Thank you so much for the big support, brother. You're another Hokage stream. SP Scarecrow, thank you for the 30 months. 30 months of tune-in tier. Thank you so much, SP Scarecrow. It doesn't need Elden Ring. Switch didn't have Elden Ring. It did just fine. Doesn't need it. Be nice though. Be nice though. It'd be nice. I mean, I'm not an Elden Ring guy, so I'm not a big FromSoft guy either. So no, I don't really think it. What it really needs is first party games. That's what it really needs. Shout outs though, guys. I appreciate it. Shout outs to SP. I really had a boss would be so bad reject the job if he was anywhere in the chain of report. I'm telling you. It's about to switch for Pokken Tournament DX. Not even a joke. Hey, look. And that's, once again, another first-party IP. That's another big first-party IP. I've heard of Evercade. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, don't listen to anyone but me. I'm joking with that. Obviously, other content creators have good ideas and good stuff, too. Just don't listen to the ones that don't know anything about first-party games and first-party support for Nintendo. Don't listen to those ones. By the way, I wasn't there when the Wii U trailer. They have many Western devs talk about how they're excited for the Wii U. That aged like milk. There wasn't a trailer. It was like at E3. Like, I think Ken Levine went up there to talk about like BioShock or something like that, or like the system, and like BioShock never even came to the Wii U. So that was funny. But yeah, I think it was like an E3. It was like a round table. I think it was like Nintendo's round table where they revealed Bayonetta. Nintendo had like a Wii U round table. It wasn't like a direct. It wasn't like an E3. It was just like it was something called like Wii U Roundtable event or something where Bayonetta 2 was revealed. There. Shoutouts to Sicilian Game with the $2. He says people bought Switch because of PlayerEssence hype vids. I sold a lot of Switches. I might have sold a lot of Switches. I don't know if I sold more Switches or copies of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Not sure. Not sure. Not sure. So give me the next Monolith Soft game as well as Astral Chain 2 and I'll be happy. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be super cool. I'm down. I'm down. I am down. I am down for it. To be honest, I bought the Switch to play Dragon Ball Fighters probably before I got Smash Ultimate. The first Switch I got was like was a yellow light. Wait a minute, you bought a Switch Lite to play a fighting game? You're not serious. There ain't no way. If you're actually serious into fighting games, you would have definitely bought a regular Switch so you can play on the TV and have like an Ethernet cord plugged in. So you're not serious. You just did it because you thought it looked cool. There ain't no way you a serious fighting game player and you bought a Switch Lite to play a fighting game? Come on now. Shout outs to Sicily. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate that. Let's be honest, even Nintendo fans perpetuate that nonsense. They do, because a lot of Nintendo fans, like I said, all they play is Mario and Zelda. So that's the thing. So they're looking for something outside of Mario and Zelda. A lot of Nintendo fans and content creators really like all they play is Mario and Zelda. So if there's only Mario and Zelda, like they don't think that's enough, right? Because that's all they play. So they're like, oh well, you need X, Y, and Z because all they play is Mario and Zelda, or all they play is just like Mario or just Zelda, or maybe they just have like one franchise that they like. Like some of them even just only like Smash Brothers, right? Like certain people only just like certain franchises. So that's the reason why they say that, which is fine. I mean, like everyone's wrong on certain things. Like hell, I'm wrong on things too. So, shoot, this has been a crazy week. I'm going to keep on going. This art has to be done, and so does the bills. Yes, sir. Hey, Batson, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I'm serious, OJ. I learned the hard way. Broke the D-pad and bought the regular Switch later. All right, so there you go. I don't know how are you a fighting game guy and decided to play it on a Switch Lite? I don't understand that. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's like, I don't know. That's weird. So yeah. Yeah, but the thing about it though is that like any real fighting game player knows that a portable system, the buttons are gonna wear out playing a fighting game, especially like a 3-on-3 or like a tag fighting game. The buttons are gonna get worn out. That's why I said he's not a serious fighting game player, because any real fighting game player would tell you that yeah, you can play on portables, but that should be just done as like a secondary thing. It shouldn't be done as the main thing. That's why you see like when you see tournaments, they're being played on consoles with, you know, with arcade sticks, with fight pads specifically built for the game or for fighting games, or certain controllers, because a portable system is not going to keep up with what you need for a fighting game. Like I said, any real serious fighting game player would have done that. So that's why I said he wasn't serious at first, but he learned his lesson. And he's like, yeah, you got to have a set-top console, and you got to have a controller, because those buttons are just going to get worn out on there for like a portable, right? So yeah. Like I said, any serious one's gonna be like, hey, look, portability is nice for fighting games. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it should be like a secondary thing. It can't be the main thing, because like I said, you're just gonna wear your buttons out. It's just gonna break, you know. Let's see here. If some big third-party games of the last and current gen come to Switch 2, I'm definitely going to double dip, primarily buy it there just to show that consumers want those games. I mean, if Nintendo does a good job of selling the first-party games, people will buy the third-party games. I mean, that's one thing that it's like I said, it's a cause and effect. If you have great first-party support and people buy those games, like whenever there's like a drought or like a dip in first-party games and there's not something coming out, that's when people buy third-party games, right? Like at this point, a lot of people are going back and buying third-party games on the Switch. Like people are going back and playing their backlog. They're buying games that they missed. They're buying old first-party games that they missed. They're buying all sorts of stuff. So like Nintendo sold like what, 30 million pieces of software this past quarter. So they're selling 10 million copies, 10 million per a month, right? So people are going back. They're still buying games. There wasn't a ton of brand new big releases, but they're going back and playing whatever, right? So I think that's the thing. That's how games like The Witcher, that's how games like Doom, and that's how games like Resident Evil all get, like you guys hear about like Resident Evil sold like million, like how much did it sold? Like millions on the Switch, right? Like Resident Evil 6 sold like 1 million copies on the Switch. Like people are like, wait a minute, hold up. Resident Evil 6, that game in particular, not the triple pack, but Resident Evil 6 sold 1 million copies. So people are going back and playing all sorts of random stuff, right? Like, yes, it was on sale, yes, blah, 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 but I don't think anybody expected Resident Evil 6 to sell 1 million copies on Switch. I know I didn't expect that. I just, okay, it's a crusty port. They don't really need to sell a million copies. They don't really need to sell like 500,000. They can probably sell a couple 100,000 copies and be happy with the performance. Yeah, sold 1 million. So like that's what people do. These sales, all that type of stuff, right? These third-party sales. People just snap up big third-party games and stuff like that when there's not other big first-party games to play. So yeah. What about the Resident Evil game that are on the cloud? Did those sell all right? They don't give us cloud sales data, so we don't know. But no, I'm guessing they did not. This is my own personal guess. They did not. But no, why would cloud games sell well on Nintendo Switch? And that's, people don't want cloud games like that. They want it as an option, not as the only way to play. Alex Marrow with the subscription, or Morrow. Thank you for the subscription, man. My day was good, party man. How was your day? What are the big if we are being for real, you likely sold thousands of Xeno 3 copies. Yeah, probably a couple thousand. What's up, OJ? How you doing today, buddy? Or how you doing today? I like your video. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Davis. I'm doing good. Thank you. Which is basically free money. Yeah, it was basically free money. I mean, once you got that port done, if you can get somebody to do it, it was essentially, you just put it on there, you discount it a bit, and it just racks up over time. It's like an investment, right? It's just like a little, like, small scales investment. You take, like, I don't know, you know, I'm just gonna put in like 10 grand or something like that, right? And you put it in one of those yield accounts and, like, it earns interest, right? I think that's kind of like what it is. Like, you just take, like, let's just say they take $1 million, right? And they just say, hey, we're gonna put a pretty okay port of a game, $1 million, right? Take that $1 million, you get some team to do it, or you get a small team to do it within, you release it, it's like, okay, yeah, that's not going to make its money back right now. And obviously you're not going to make your money back right away, but over the course of time, you'll make your money back and then some. That's like Resident Evil 6, right? Just get a small team or get somebody to port it. It's a decent enough job. Obviously you're not going to sell it at full price. You're going to have to wait for a bit for sales and discounts and over time, but eventually not only will you make your money back, but then you'll make money on top of that, right? Because they sold 1 million copies of the game. Even if they're selling it for $2 per copy, that's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's still millions of dollars more. That's still doubling from your investment, right? So obviously they sold it for more than that, and they made more than that. So they probably ported it for like, what, $1 million or $2 million. They sold 1 million copies, maybe let's just say at an average of $10 per copy, and that's like a low ball, right? Average of $10 per copy. There you go. $10 million plus, right? So there you go. And you easily made your investment back and then some. Any plans to watch the new June the King doc on Rich? Yeah, I'll probably check it out. Yeah, I watch most of June the King's documentaries. So apparently this one's gonna be really good. People are really excited for this one. So, because Review Tech has been like, he's been crashing out lately. So he's kind of crashing out a little bit. So like that's why people are so excited about this one. So, cleaning up a bit. Was watching some anime Smash Con sets earlier. Okay, let's go. Yeah, Smash Con's going on. Let's go. What about the Resident? Okay, I already read that. Shout outs to 13. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, he requested some music for his sub. Okay, Xenoblade 3. All right, I got you. Sorry about that, Car Ramrod. My bad, man. Your choice. Okay, my bad. I missed it. All right, I'll get some Xeno 3 music going for you right now. Let me see. I don't have any in my playlist right here, so let me open up another tab and get some Xeno 3 music. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Alright. Not sure what I'm gonna, which track though. We can do Mobius. And of course, Richard is upset June's making a video about it. I don't think he's upset about it at all. Well, I think he's not upset. He said he's looking forward to watching it from what I saw on Twitter. He said he's looking forward to it. I bought Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition after I beat 3, mainly because of you in one of your videos. Was they trying to finish the, then get 2 in Torna? Yeah, that was a weird order that you went in, sir. You definitely should have went in the other order. You definitely should have went with Xenoblade Definitive Edition first, then 2, then 3. But it's all good. I guess you can work your way backwards. Let's see here. We're about to listen to Peak. Yes, sir. This is Peak. Peak awesome. What's a game in your backlog you really want to play but haven't yet? I want to play more of The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. Like, I haven't played a ton of it. I only put like 10 plus hours, right? I need to put way more than that. So I'm just at the beginning of the game. So yeah, I need to put more time into that one. But yeah, that's the game that I really want to get back into once I finish SMT5, which I have not been able to put any hours into SMT5 for like the past couple days, which is very, very upsetting. But I will go in. Maybe tonight. I will go in tonight. Missed you last week on the show, Jay. Great. But happy to have you back. Thank you, Ava Cook. I appreciate that. Let's go. Let's go. I was vibing to Sonic 1 and 2 and 3 music. Very good soundtrack to this day. Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're not bad. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. All right. Sorry about this, guys. I gotta clean my glasses a little bit with this invisible cloth. Shout outs to Party Man Jerry with the $5.
Remember the days when there were videos popping up saying that Nintendo forgot about Mario on Switch?
Yeah.
Lol, those were funny times. NGL been thinking about Switch 2 and the launch games they will have for next year.
Okay.
Looking to seeing them cook.
Let them cook. Yeah, everybody forgot about Mario, man. They called Dr. Dre, forgot about Mario at the same time, man. How could you forget about Mario? You know what I'm saying? Invisible glasses. Invisible. I should just do a whole stream like this. All right, guys, let's do it. I can't see your comments, but we're going to do the stream like this. How about that? Invisible head. Invisible head. So anyway, you guys give me your questions and your comments. I'll read them, you know, to the best of my ability, even though I can't really see them at all. That's okay. We out here. We're gonna do it this way. This is the best way to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can see my beard though. I don't know. You could probably see my beard, right? Oh my gosh. He says, "Oh my gosh, please go on the Spawncast like that." I don't know. It might be. I'm not sure if it'll be able to work as good, because John uses StreamYard. So StreamYard, I can use my green screen, but the tech isn't as good. At least I don't know how to do it as good as that I have here for like Streamlabs OBS. So yeah. But yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. Favorite chapter in Live Alive? I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought about it. They're all fun though, for the most part. I like the ninja chapter. I like the ninja chapter is pretty good. Yeah, the Mobius theme is awesome. It's so good. So good. Shout out to Bad Set. Let's go. But all right, let's go and move on to the next topic here, guys. Let's discuss this Final Fantasy situation that's going on. So Square Enix posted some sales results, and those sales results showed that net sales were down 18.4% from last year, and that FF7 Rebirth sales have been a disappointment. Or basically, they said, have they been a disappointment? John asked that question. Have they been a disappointment? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think at this point, I would say that anything, since they haven't announced the sales, I think it had to have been a disappointment. But since I think Square even said that they had disappointing sales, you know? So I think that it is. But at the same time, I mean, like, Square, they're trying to do their best to remedy the situation. They're trying to do their best to remedy the situation. And I hope that they get that done. But yeah, like, the sales definitely, they're not good. I mean, if they were good and they were up to what Square Enix was looking for, they would have definitely announced them by now. But I think that this is definitely this is a learning point for Square Enix. Like, I think Square Enix is going to come back bigger and better than ever on Switch 2 in the second half of PlayStation on the next Xbox. I think they're going to come back bigger and better than ever. And I think that they're really going to understand, like, hey, here's what we need to do for Final Fantasy. I just think that they need a what's it called? They need a actual, like, legit way to get this done. And I think that that's what they need to do. They need to get that done. You know, they need to get that done. And I think that they will. I think that they will for the most part. For the most part. So, first console Jace fight is my favorite Mobius fight. It's a great fight, man. It's a great fight. OJ, the Nate hate. Yeah. Shout outs though. I saw 8-Bit Eric's video. And RTU seems to claim June the King has some misinformation in his upcoming video. That's why he's looking forward to it. I mean, yeah, like, he's looking forward to seeing it, but at the same time, that doesn't mean you have to agree with everything that's in the video, you know? So, like, you can disagree with someone or not like one of their takes, but also agree with other things that they say or look forward to what they have. I don't agree with everything that all my co-hosts say, but I still look forward to seeing what they have to say. You know, so I think it's very much like that. Or like missing, like, bad info, as in like, hey, look, maybe you're looking at it at a wrong angle. Misinformation in that way. So yeah, we'll see. We gotta wait and see once the actual documentary comes out. Then we can break down the accuracy of everything. And I'm pretty sure if it's not accurate, then June will do an update, or June will do something, to let us know about that. So yeah, I think it'll be fine. I don't think it'll be necessarily a problem overall. I don't think it'll be an issue overall, but we'll see. We will definitely see. What's up, yo, BJ Switch? What's up, man? Welcome. Now, according to FF and Sony fanboys, Square Enix is doing just fine. Just fine. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Original, and it's a million times better than 1 through 6. How can anyone say FF6 is better than FF7? Because people are allowed to have opinions, Vito. People are allowed to definitely have opinions. But I mean, a million times better? I don't think so. I don't think FF7 is a million times better than FF6. I disagree with that completely. I think FF6 and FF9 are definitely just as good, and maybe even better as FF7. So yeah, but people are allowed to have opinions. People can think differently about a game. Let's see here. Emerson says Rebirth deserves to fail. It's only on PS5. I don't think it deserves to fail. No, Final Fantasy games should be always multiplayer. I don't know if it doesn't deserve to fail. I don't think it deserves to fail. I just think that right now the sales aren't too good for it, right? I don't think it deserves to fail though. I think it's a good game. Let's see. RTU often flip-flops though, so after the documentary is out, chances RTU is gonna say how he dislikes June the King and say how horrible he is. Well, let's wait and see before we say that. Before we start assuming what he's gonna say or what he's gonna do, let's just wait. Documentary is coming out tomorrow, so from there we'll go from there. I mean, and who cares at the end of the day? Like, it's just a documentary. Whatever, that's their business. That's their business. So whatever happens. I'm not really too worried about it. What games would you love to see remade in HD 2D? Terraria. No. Terranigma. Sorry, that's the game, not Terraria. Terranigma. I'm like, what? We already have Terraria. Terranigma. That'd be a cool game to be remade in HD 2D. We shouldn't want games and consoles to fail. No, we shouldn't. We should not want games and consoles to fail. Now, I'll say this. If a company makes bad decisions that cause it to fail, there's nothing wrong with pointing that out. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, look, Square Enix, y'all made a bad decision with this game. Maybe it would have been better if this, but I mean, I don't think it should be like, it deserves to fail. Like, no, I don't know about all that. I don't think it goes that, it's not that deep, Do you think 16 sold more than Rebirth? Right now, at this point, you have to assume that it did, because they have not told us the sales numbers. And in terms of tracking, it's not like FF7 Rebirth is still tracking high on all the different charts. So right now, you have to assume that FF16 has outsold FF7 Rebirth Part 2. What's the lesson Square Enix should learn from FF? Well, I mean, they've already started to rectify that. Is that aggressive multi-platform strategy? That's a quotation from their new leadership, is that we're going to have an aggressive multi-platform strategy. So that right there will get you going. You need to adapt to, and listen, it's really, you have to blame it on Square Enix, right? You can blame it on them, but you can't necessarily fault them too much. When they were planning FF16, FF7 Rebirth, Wii U was Wii Uing it. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo's Switch was unproven at this point, and it would be hard to actually get those games running on there, right? So there's also that. Xbox was not selling in Japan, and PlayStation was dominating when it comes to the big Japanese HD games and stuff like that. So the logical conclusion, based off of FF15 sales, based off of FF15, the logical conclusion would be like, hey, we can do this only on the next PlayStation and things would be fine. If you look at the consistency of PlayStation console sales, you look at the consistency of sales of Final Fantasy games on PlayStation, there's nothing that you can look at and say, oh man, that's just a terrible, terrible idea, which is why I didn't fault them for having an exclusive. What I faulted them for was not having a separate game, like a little bit of like a side separate main game that also was like spoke to the old fans, spoke to the turn-based fans. That's what I faulted them for. And I said that many times, that they should have had a Final Fantasy game that was more in line with the turn-based, that was a little, you know, that wasn't super graphic intensive. It was about more like just like the game, right? Like Monster Hunter Rise, for example. So I did state that, and I state that many times. I said that. Mac Mega with the Ninja Peach.
Disagree with whoever said FF7 is a million times better than 6. The gameplay in 6 is better emo. Going from 4 party members to 3 in FF7 always seemed like a downgrade to me, even as a kid.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's also another thing there, you know? Yeah, that's also another thing. Yeah, like you have that as well. There's a lot of things that you can say 6 is better for. But yeah, everybody has their opinion, right? But yeah, I agree, Mac Mega. I think a million times better is wild to say that. That's wild. It's a bit wild. So yeah, that was my thing with Nintendo. I thought that Mac Mega, I thought that they should have, or sorry, Square X, I thought that they should have had a separate, you know, turn-based Final Fantasy game built for the Nintendo Switch and ported over to other systems. So that's what I felt, at least. Do you think Nintendo's overdoing it with Mario RPGs 3 in a year? No, because they're all different types of RPGs, and some of them are and 2 of them are remakes. So no, my boy is absolutely going nuts about something. My mom's gonna take care of it though. She's there. She'll take care of it. No, because they're all different types, and once again, some of them are remakes that people have been asking for. Now, if they were brand new games made in the same, like let's say they were all like Paper Mario and brand new Paper Mario games 3 in 1 year, then yeah. But these are games that people have been asking for. People were asking for Super Mario RPG Remake or Super Mario RPG on the Switch. People were asking for that game. People were asking for Paper Mario, and people were asking for a new Mario and Luigi. So that's essentially just giving the fans what they wanted. That's not overdoing it when fans were begging and crying for it. You know, Paper Mario fans were saying, we want old Paper Mario back. We want GameCube games. Super Mario RPG fans were saying, we want Super Mario RPG on the Nintendo Switch Online. We want the game. And Mario and Luigi fans were saying, we haven't got anything. Like, oh my gosh, why don't we get a game? So they were all whining and crying. So you gave them what they wanted. So that's not overdoing it when people were crying for it. Let's see here. Is the Switch the only Nintendo console that has the most Mario games on it? Close to 20, right? I'm pretty sure there's some other Mario or Nintendo console that has almost as much or close. I'm not sure. I haven't thought about that. Yo, Simeon Coin, thank you for the 100 core crystals. Hey, appreciate that. Let's go. And he says, hello, Ozzy, just getting in and popping. I beat Pikmin 4. I'm working on Super Mario Wonder. Stay humble. My music request, Contra 3 Alien Wars. Yes, sir. Thank you for that. Another combo. 115 on a Spawncast pre-show. That's wild. Thank you guys so much for your support. Let me get that music going for you right now as well. Contra 3. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see here. I think Mario can get away with that many as long as they're good. And games people want a unique. Yeah, Super Mario RPG plays somewhat different from Paper Mario. They have like a different flow and different style. And obviously visually very different. And then Mario and Luigi is also visually very different from Super Mario RPG and from Thousand Year Door. And once again, they play differently, especially Mario and Luigi. So, yeah, like I don't really think it's a problem. People will buy what they want and not buy the other games, you know? Wasn't there a weirdo that you went back and forth with on Twitter saying FF7 Rebirth is better than Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and how Elden Ring's UI is much better? Yeah, that guy's a weirdo, like sexual deviant though. Like all he does is retweet prawn all day, so I blocked him. And I noticed it before, but he's just a complete weirdo and probably an offender somewhere, so I had to block that dude. So yeah. I think Mario, okay, I already read that. Shout out to George FT. I agree. I recently with FF, all the newer games are based on action type gameplay. Yeah, they should have had a little bit of a backup plan. You know, like there should have been a little bit of a backup plan with that one. But they didn't plan for it, you know? If Switch 2 can play FF7 Remake 16 from Soft Games, which is highly unlikely, I promise I won't touch another main console. It should be able to play all those. Whether they get actually ported is the problem. But yeah, I'll probably be able to play those from what we know from the specs or the what it can do. It should be able to play those because all the FromSoft games are on PS4. So I mean that's the first thing. FF7 Remake, like that's a game obviously built for the PlayStation 5. But if they really wanted to have it like on like a PS4, I think they probably could have done it if they really wanted to have it on there. it's built off of what they're doing with FF7 Remake. So if they really wanted to have it on there, they could have. FF16 is an interesting case too, because once again, they were building up a PS4 version of it, and then they decided to drop it. So it was definitely possible for them to do it. But once again, the Switch 2 is going to be more powerful than the PS4, and it's going to be more modern architecture than the PS4, which is going to be the most important thing out of everything there. So I'm pretty sure it could if they wanted to. But you guys have to realize that it depends on if the developer wants to. You know what I'm saying? Yes, obviously having more system power is great, and it's awesome. But developers are still putting games on PS4 to this day of new games that are coming out. Look at stuff like God of War Ragnarok. Look at Horizon Forbidden West. That's one of the most graphically impressive games of all time, and it's on the PS4. So, and that's, you can stack up Horizon Forbidden West to games, you know, to current gen games that are only on PS5, right? You can take the PS4 version of Horizon Forbidden West, and it looks just as good, if not better, than a lot of games that are only current gen. So it depends on the architecture, depends on what the developers actually want to do, and what their expertise and what they can do. But I mean, like, yeah, when you have stuff like God of War Ragnarok, and you have stuff like Horizon Forbidden West, and you have all these games that look incredible on the PlayStation 4, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say FF7 Remake, or FF7 Rebirth and FF16 look way better than those games. They don't. You know? Or FromSoft games, which come on the PS4 as well, right? That run, actually, FromSoft, those games run on Xbox One in particular, like the original ghetto Xbox One. It can run on there, you know. So yeah, I don't really subscribe to it can't run on this and that yet. Not from what I've seen, or at least from what I've seen from developers do. So I disagree with that, at least. Me personally, I don't like the idea of having a game that is broken into 3 parts, especially on different consoles. The first being PS4 Rebirth, being on PS5. Yeah, I think that's a bad idea too. I think that if you're gonna do it like a trilogy, it needs to be across the same system. So for example, you know, Xenoblade, right? All 3 Xenoblade games are on the same system. That are story-wise, right? Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade 2, Xenoblade 3. They're all, you can get them all there. But I mean, because technically, you can play FF7 Rebirth or Remake is on PS5 as well. So it's not like you can't play it, but I see what you're trying to say, how they broke it up. But yeah, Rebirth, sorry. Remake is on PS5, but Rebirth is not playable on PS4. So if you started playing on PS4, you can't finish it unless you play on PS5, right? So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I see what you're saying, because it's a planned trilogy and they come out within close time to each other, you know. But I mean, there's been other games that have done that, you know. But I see what you're saying for sure. Chris the Shriner Dog with the $4.99, it says, "You gonna be on the show tonight?" Yes, I was, or yes, I am. Watching PlayerEssence and playing Halo 2. How you doing? I'm doing good, Chris the Shriner Dog. Thank you for the $5. And yes, I will be on the show tonight as well. I will be on the show tonight. So thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Channel's a million times better than RGT85 channel. A million times better than RGT85's. But he has 500,000 subscribers plus, so yeah. So it might be a million times, but he has the subs to back it up. I don't. Right? Shout outs to Zombie. Thank you for the subscription too. Appreciate that. Welcome to the village, brother. I just wish, yeah, I think it might have been impossible for FF. I mean, like, listen, they would have had to plan it that way, but I think that their greed got the best of them. I think that the greed and ambition got the best of Square Enix and Sony. I personally would have done it based off of like, just say, hey, let's not sign a 3-game deal. Let's not plan out all of it. Let's just plan 1 game and then go from there. I would have done it that way, and then kind of, you know, renew your contract if things go well. I wouldn't have done it like how they did it, but that's just me, and that's something that I can say is not hindsight. Like, I legit would have, we all kind of noticed, like, I don't know about this whole 3 split it up. We all said that, like, not all of us, but a lot of us did say that, like, we're not so sure about this splitting it up into 3 separate things and all this other stuff. Like, we're not so sure about that, you know? So yeah. So I think that's fair to say that, party man, you know? Yes, RGT definitely the worst Nintendo YouTuber of all time. Worst Nintendo YouTuber, 100%. Pomone says, Final Fantasy VII Remake suffers from the Hobbit syndrome, stretching a relatively simple story into 3 parts and adding a bunch of filler content literally nobody asked for. You might be right, dude. You might be right on that one. I don't know if I even wanted all this other stuff. That's why as I was playing, and I'm playing all this other stuff, and yeah, the story's good with Rebirth, but I'm like, do I even care? Like, I'm not even sure if I care. And they add in filler stuff along, like, with the actual main story of FF7 that they're stretching out, but I'm thinking to myself, do I even care anymore? And that's why I dropped FF7 Rebirth, right? But I'm like, I don't think I care. I don't think I care. Like, it's cool and all, but like, I don't think I care. This world is a pain in the butt to traverse. Like, I don't think I like this anymore. So yeah, like, I think that, yeah, they're stretching it out, and I'm just not sure if I care about the story anymore, you know? So yeah, there's that. You know, and I did drop the game. I haven't went back to it yet, so maybe I'll go back to it. Hobbit syndrome. I think he's talking like the Hobbit books, right? Like the books that were really long. I'm guessing that's what he's talking about, or like Lord of the Rings, stuff like that, where they have like a bunch of stuff where they stretch it out. That's what I'm guessing. We meant, like Hobbit syndrome. Just watched Nate the Hate podcast with MVG and the special guest. All 3 of them agree that they haven't played anything but PC as of late. I mean, to each their own, but Switch has a lot. I mean, I get why PC's still been getting stuff, but people have been in a slump overall. It's not just you know, whatever, like, people have been in a slump with gaming. There hasn't been as many big games coming out. They're not as interested in some of the stuff that's come out on Switch. I mean, it's been more of a lighter year for Switch, so I completely get that, you know. For me personally, I've been playing, you know, and they're not big on like JRPGs either, so it's been a pretty heavy JRPG year. So I mean, if you're into JRPGs, like, you know, Trails Through Daybreak, and if you're into SMT5, and if you're into stuff like that, then yeah, it's been pretty good. But if you're not, then it's been a little bit rough, right? Yakuza, like a Dragon, obviously FF7 Rebirth, stuff like that. But right now, I mean, PC has just been getting the same games that everybody else gets, right? Just on PC. So it's not like PC gets all these banger exclusives and stuff like that, right? It's just PC gaming. So yeah. Hello, I'm new to the Nintendo Switch. Checked out some platformers, Mario Odyssey and Tropical Freeze. To me personally, which do you recommend first? I mean, they're both good. You can play either one. I mean, Tropical Freeze is a 2D platformer. Odyssey's a 3D platformer. So it just depends. It doesn't really matter which one you play first. You know, whatever one you want to go with, you're good. Let's see here. Boogie29AA has 3 million subs, so sub count isn't everything. I mean, that's deceptive though, because Boogie's sub count was everything back when he was actually seen as sane. But now we know Boogie as a weirdo, complete manipulator, liar, you know, sexual deviant weirdo. So that's the reason why his 3 million. I mean, obviously it's not relevant now, but I mean, it was relevant back when he was in, right? This is a bleeping video about Boogie2988. This is a bleeping video. Who gets that reference? Oh, man. This is a effing video. Just look up that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just type in this is a F, but actually type in the word and then put Boogie2988 and see what pops up. Oh, Square liked NFTs because it was free money. It's not really though. NFT market's kind of crashed. Kind of crashed a little bit. Give us, this is OJ coming at you through the power of the internet. No, I'm good. WB Mad, a Lord of the Ring Hobbit films decade ago, which is based on the book, made 3 films out of it. No one asked for them. They flopped in the box office. Yeah, I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, so I don't really, I mean, I've seen the movies, some of them, but yeah, I don't really follow up with Lord of the Rings. I don't read the books either, so I'm not a big Lord of the Rings dude. So yeah. No, look it up. Look it up. It's actually hilarious. Look it up. It's actually hilarious. I'll put the link for you guys. Actually, no, I won't. Y'all look it up. No, because it's actually pretty mean. It's actually pretty mean, so I'm not gonna do it. But it just reminded me when he said Boogie 2 like it just reminded me of that video that somebody else made on him. Let's see here. Might pick up Odyssey first as exploring and platformer games. Yeah, you can do that. Either one's fine. They're both good. Like, if you want to play a 3D platformer first, then get that. If you want to play something else, then, you know, then do that. But, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. I want to say thank you so much for coming out to today's stream. It was awesome today. Shout outs to everybody that supported. Big Vadcent in the house, like always with the 85. Big love to Rena, Krista Shriner Dog, Simeon Coin, Mac Mega, Party Man, Jamboree, everybody that dropped donos, Yum Yum, everybody that subscribed. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And if you're not watching the Spawncast, I recommend watching it. But if you're not watching the Spawncast, please check out my most recent video on the channel. It's a major RPG news video where I go over new Dragon Quest stuff and Switch 2 stuff as well. So hit the link right here if you want to check that out, or have it in your, put it in your watch later list as well. So check out that video and go comment too. Please make sure that you guys comment. We want to get more comments and more discussion on the channel. So please comment on the vid. Yeah, I want all of you guys to go there and drop a comment on the vid as well. Hit the like button, drop a comment. That would be awesome if you can. Subscribe, of course, if you're someone new. And yeah, we'll see you guys over on the Spawncast, all right? So thank you guys so much. If you don't want to watch, that's fine. You can watch my video there. And yeah, we'll see you guys over there if you're going to go watch. All right, guys. Love y'all. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out. See you guys on the Spawncast for those who are watching.